Hi folks, Chris Anderson with Mount Comfort RV. Today we're doing something really different, obviously. This is a 2016 Ventana 4311 with accessibility options on it. And now this particular model won't be for sale for us until the fall. It's actually a demo unit that's going to go out and make some rounds around the country, but we really have some great possibilities here on a diesel pusher platform, where previously we had these with just the Canyon Star, the gas platform. Well, I was just out playing with it and raised myself up, and my wonderful camera guy Tony said, "Man, I should have taped you doing that." I said, "Well, let's just start, and we'll start at the top." Obviously, if I was in a wheelchair right now, I could easily roll right in. There's a nice transition strip here, and there's plenty of room to turn once I get in there. So that's a great start. One press of the button and I'm going down. So if I had just rolled onto here from the inside of the coach, takes me all the way down nice and gently. There we go. Fold this in. This goes down. This goes down. Okay. This is definitely a new lift system than what we've had in the past. On the gas coaches, the entire lift is stored right here in the doorway on previous models. This year, really nice that it's stored right here out in the open, so that's a sharp setup. All right, now that you've seen the lift work, we're going to start at the front and do a regular walk around like we usually do on these, and try to show you as many goodies as possible. The weather did not cooperate today, but this coach is leaving soon, and I did not want it to get out of here without us doing a video, so let's take a look. Obviously, like all Newmar products, you're going to have your side marker cameras as well as backup cameras. On the diesel pushers, you get from Ventana on up, you do get the keyless entry with the doorbell as well, so you don't have to remember your keys all the time. One of the nice things you do get when you step up to Ventana from like the Ventana LEs, you do get aluminum wheels. So those are going to run a little cooler than steel wheels, and let's face it, they look better and they don't rust. Dual fuel fill. You can fill this coach from either side. You don't have to worry about, when you have that tough to get into gas station, don't really have to worry about which side you need to be on. Get to either side and you're going to be good to go. We have a over the patio or over the door awning, and then your main awning as well. I would love to open those up like we usually do, but as windy as it is today, that could go terribly wrong for me, so we're not going to do that today. Let's look at some of the storage, because you still get good basement storage. There's the hydraulic pump for your Braun system is in there. Now we have a pull-out tray here. You can see your tools for the central vac are on there. And also, this setup right here is the hammock option. Again, it's a little windy for me to set that up today. I'll bet if you Google Newmar hammock option, you're going to see pictures of that real quick. In fact, our video editor's slick enough, I'll bet there's a picture that flashes up on screen like right now. Give him a challenge anyway. This is the little cleat on the side of the coach that the hammock actually attaches to. Nice pass-through storage down in here along with some extra tiles. Now this one just primarily has the lift. This is where you do sacrifice a little bit of storage, because you really can't use this for storage with all of the lift setup in there. All right, and since we've already taken up enough of the sidewall with the large accessibility door, they actually moved the TV down, which is also a better height when you think about it for this application. We've got a Sony TV with a JBL soundbar right here. It is somewhat protected from crappy weather like this by the door being a vertical raised door as opposed to a side swing. Tag axle coach, so you don't really have to worry about your carrying capacities. If you want to bring it with you, you probably have the ability to do so, the cargo carrying capacity to do so. Like all Newmar coaches, you have flush fit slides. Where other manufacturers use a piece of plastic or fiberglass here to hide their slop, the Newmar recesses back in. That's less chance for wind, less chance for dirt, air, noise, all that stuff. All right, not a whole lot back here. This is more of a chassis accessibility. You've got your battery disconnect for the chassis and obviously your chassis batteries. You can see some of your after treatment for the engine down there below as well. That's all emission stuff. That's not very exciting. We do have a rear radiator coach. Oh, by the way, this is a 400 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque diesel pusher. They didn't put this accessibility package on a wimpy diesel coach. They put it on a beefy coach, and this has the steerable tag axle, which just means if you're going at a really slow speed in the forward direction and you turn your wheels, instead of your tag axle actually scrubbing or scooting the tires sideways across the pavement, they will automatically turn. And it's what they call a passive steering system. It'll turn 12 degrees on its own to make that turning radius a little bit tighter, also a little smoother, less scrubbing of the tires. Most importantly, you never have to touch it. You never have to deal with it. As soon as you go over a certain mile per hour or put it in reverse, the tag axle straightens itself back up. So the nice part is you're not dealing with it, it just does it. Small storage spots back here, but again, it's a lighted compartment. Here's our DEF tank. If you don't know what DEF is, call me, we'll talk. Long explanation, and it's cold and rainy out here, so we're not going down that road. There we go. Here's our wet bay, complete with a power retractable hose reel, whole house water filtration system, hot and cold water out here so you can wash up. It's a lit compartment, it's a heated compartment. Nobody does this better than Newmar. Some of the backside of our storage, we do still have some of the storage on the backside of the lift system there. And of course, there's where you change your Dirt Devil, your central vac. We have a 50-foot, 50-amp power cord. That's a very long cord, and it is certainly something that is a lot easier to manhandle with a power reel than if you try to, on a cold day, wrestle that cord. They're no fun, they get pretty stiff. Here's our hydronic heating system. We'll talk more about that on the inside where it's warm. This slide out tray that I pulled out the other side also comes out this side. So if whatever you want is somewhere in the middle, you can access it from either side. And then lastly, we have our battery tray here. This is 8 house batteries because it is an electric coach. It's an all-electric coach. 8 house batteries on a slide out tray. Easy serviceability, easy to get to them if you ever need to replace one. And frameless windows. We optioned in a window awning over the living room here as well. And I'm getting cold and I'm getting wet. So we're gonna continue this on the inside of the coach. Back in the 2016 Ventana 4311 accessibility unit. Normally, when we do these videos, I do the outside, we open it all up, and then I do the inside. I didn't want to do it quite that way this time. Because this is an accessibility coach, one of the big things is having a wonderful walkway right down through here, or rollway if you will, if you're in some sort of a chair. Look at the amount of space that you have to get from the front of the back of the coach. We are fully closed up right now. We're ready to roll down the road. So this is what you have actually going down the road. You could easily fit a wheelchair down through here. I'm not a small guy, and tons of space all the way to the back. Get to the bed, lay down on the bed, get to the toilet easily. This is very open. Refrigerator, microwave, everything is accessible to you. All the controls and functionality of this coach have been moved down where they're within reach. The light switches, they're not up here, they're down here. The same with your coach controls. They're in this little cabinet over here, a lot of them. They're very accessible from a seated position. So that's just a little bit I wanted to show you. We're going to cut the tape right now, and then when I come back, we'll have it all opened up. Okay, we're back in the 2016 Newmar 4311 handicap accessibility unit. I'm standing at the front now. We've got all the blinds down, all the lights on, and we are fully extended, fully opened up. This is a triple slide coach, but as you saw just previously, it's got a lot of room in it, even closed up. So they really thought this through, and it seems like every year they just get a little better at this. These black stripes on the floor that you see right now, those are protectors for the tile. We'll leave those in because no one's taken delivery on this coach yet, so we're going to try to keep it as nice as possible there. It keeps from getting dirt and stuff on the tile itself, so we're going to just leave those in place for now, but once you own it, it'll just all be beautiful tile. Up front, they did do some changes. They moved some of the gauges that were previously on the pillar over here. They moved them down to the dash. Of course, you have backup camera and side cameras and navigation and radio and Bluetooth and all the things you'd expect there. That's nice. We also optioned in this year this charge plate, and the nice part about that is if you have a properly equipped cell phone, charging it is done just like that. You put it on there, it charges. It's as simple as that. No messing with plugs. In the dash area, you see pretty typical diesel pusher up here. There's nothing that's overly different because it's an accessibility coach up here. You do have the foot pedal down there on the left-hand side that is for your tilt wheel. That way you can put it in an infinite number of positions as opposed to having it just in 4 or 5 different notches, if you will, when they have them on the steering column. And then on our steering wheel here, we've got our wiper control, our headlight to flash our lights control is on here, our cruise control is on here. So there's really very few reasons to take your hands off the steering wheel. This is a comfort drive coach like all Newmar diesels. If you're not familiar with comfort drive, that's another video in and of itself. Call me and we'll chat. But the short version is all diesels drive pretty well. This drives better. I'm a big proof is in the pudding kind of guy. Come in and we'll drive one without and one with, and you'll see the difference. So let's start looking through some of the cabinets and the storage. All right, up here, nice storage cabinet. We've got this is all our Newmar books. They come in a nice binder, so we've got good storage above the driver's seat here. In the middle, you can option in a TV up here, but a lot of people with the TVs that we have in other places choose to just take this with storage, and that's what we did in this version. This one does not open. Moving right along, we do have a table set up right here off the passenger side. This flips up and over, so your passenger actually has a nice workspace, someplace that you can have a laptop computer, have a sandwich, your call. And this does have a recliner built into it, and their power seats up front, etc. We'll move back a little bit. We lit the fireplace just for a little ambiance. This can either be set up to throw heat out or just be for pretty, your choice. Good storage on the side of it here. And like I talked about a minute ago, we actually have real good accessibility to all the coach controls in here. Your hydronic heating system is controlled in here. Your tank heaters, your inverter, your power control systems, slide outs. You know, it's all controlled from in here, and this is all very reachable from a seated position. This does have a wine guard satellite on the roof as well, as you would expect, and your television very quietly and smoothly emerges from behind the fireplace. Being a 43-foot coach, this does have 3 rooftop air conditioners on it, and we optioned it in with heat pumps in all 3. Right now, that's what we're running. If you want to talk about a quiet coach, as we speak, we're running on generator, and 2 of the heat pumps are running because it is chilly outside today. And my guess is you won't hear that in the video. It's that quiet. I can hear it, but it's pretty subdued. So that's a nice thing about a Newmar. All right, we'll put the TV back down. Moving back through the coach, we have a residential HideaBed. This folds out, it's not a little jackknife sofa that's miserable. This is actually a residential HideaBed. It has an air bladder built into the inner spring mattress. So you got an inner spring mattress, air bladder on top of it. This is the pump right up here in this box. It airs up or deflates in 30 seconds. And it's actually a very comfortable bed. And I don't say that about sofa beds normally. So that's a nice feature. This bank of cabinets extends all the way across this slide out. So long, skinny items that you need to get in there, plates, cups, glasses, whatever you like. There's plenty of room for it here. Of course, we're all LED lighting throughout this coach. Now, this is not your typical dinette for a couple of reasons. Number one, a booth or a table and chair sticks out too far. And that can cause, obviously, issues if we're trying to get a wheelchair up and down through here. So a little bit different concept here. And this is a power table with the controls right here. Again, down low where they're easy to reach. Move the table in and out, up and down. and it has a drop leaf as well. So they made it simple, and there's a lot of space to get in here. Obviously, that's everything throughout this coach is designed for easy in, easy out, easy accessibility. I don't think we touched too much up here. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now, this surround sound system is normally found above the driver compartment, but in this coach, because of the different configuration, they moved it back here, and then below it we have a Blu-ray player as well. The rest of this is just good storage, or if you had like a satellite system you're putting in this, it could either stack up on top of the Sony here or set over here, your call. All of our window shades in this coach are power, and this is a removable remote. This is handheld. It's just velcroed to the wall there, and you can open all the shades or close all the shades just by hitting a couple of buttons there, and the coach gets brighter. But I'm not going to do that right now because it messes with our camera, something terrible. So come back here. The countertop is lower. Normal countertop set about here. This is a little lower. So you see that theme continues. It is a beautiful Corian that Newmar cuts and polishes themselves. This is a double bowl stainless sink with a pull-out sprayer. There's actually a very cool sprayer. I think I want one of these at home. That's very sharp. Coming back to the middle of the coach here, we're going to have a lot of great storage. And real quickly, an induction cooktop. Induction cooktops use a little bit different pan, has to be a steel pan. They'll cook on a cast iron skillet just fine, or there's a lot of cookware that's made for these. They will boil water in nothing flat. A lot of people don't like electric because it's slower, and they like gas because it's so much faster. This is faster than gas, folks. I have one of these at home. They are absolutely outstanding. You will love this type of cooktop. So once you go to the induction, you're there forever. And not to mention, the old ones, the old gas stoves, they were clunky. They had the little metal cover on them that rattled while you were going down the road. Everybody used to shove a dish towel in there to shut it up so you couldn't hear it while you're going down the road. This is just a glass cooktop mounted directly to the counter. It's beautiful. Notice our cabinets here are lower. They put taller cabinets where the handles are down lower so you can get to them. These are adjustable shelves, and look at your upper cabinet space. I'd make an argument that we might want to consider putting cabinets like this in some other models, not just the accessibility model, because they're easy to get to, and just a short person will like this coach more, just because things are easy to get to. So I like that. We did do a stainless microwave in here, and this is an a convection microwave as well. Look at the drawers that you have in this coach. I mean, I don't have another coach on the lot that has this type of drawer space. Of course, they're all full extension, ball bearing drawer glide throughout. Newmar utilized every little inch that they can, little spaces that a lot of companies wouldn't make into a cabinet. Not only does Newmar make it into a cabinet, they put an adjustable shelf on the inside. They know RVers will find a place. Those of you that are RVers out there, you know, if we give you a spot, you're going to find something to put in it, and wish you had some more spots after that. So come on back. Now this is where a big improvement was made. This is actually our ramp door, obviously. One of the big improvements here is on the gas coach, previously, that big Braun lift system, which is wonderful, it sat right here inside the coach. Now it's under the floor. So this is just more space inside the coach, and not to mention, it's not a very pretty thing, that lift. It's a very necessary thing, but it's kind of big and bulky and ugly. This is a much better look, and we're much more open. All right. Again, light switches and everything, control for your fantastic fan. It's all down low, easy to get to. And wouldn't you know it, we put more storage with adjustable shelves in. I'd call this a linen closet, but if you buy it, you can call it whatever you want. All right. Refrigerator, residential, instead of a propane refrigerator, this is an all electric coach. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But the refrigerator, instead of being a propane refrigerator, propane electric refrigerator that runs off propane while you're going down the road, this is actually an all electric refrigerator that runs off either your generator or off of your inverter going down the road. The big advantage here is it's so much bigger and nicer. Nothing against the Norcolds and the Dometic refrigerators out there, but this is just such a much better way to go. I've yet to have a single customer that got a residential fridge want to go back to the Norcold or Dometic. Look at the size of that storage up there. That goes all the way back, so that's huge. All right, now this closet right here is our washer dryer closet if you option in the stackable washer dryer. And we can do this a few different ways. Stackable washer dryer, we could do the all-in-one washer dryer unit down low and then a shelf and hanging space above. For this coach we optioned it in with hanging space above and below, but we prepped it for the washer dryer. So if we want to add the washer dryer, that can be done in just a couple hours work. It's not a big deal. All right, maybe my favorite part. Look at the size and scope of this bathroom. If you're in a wheelchair, this is so much easier to get in and around than other setups. This shower is humongous. I'm a pretty good sized guy. I weigh about 225 pounds, and this is huge. This is like a residential shower. Of course, it's a roll-in with a seat, with the controls lower where we can get to them. They curve the shower bar out here to give you just a little more space in there. I think it's just really well thought out. Toilet, same thing. Handle here, handle here, handle here. Lots of different handholds to help you in and around that area. They didn't forget storage in the bathroom either. And then nice medicine cabinet with an outlet in it. I wish my medicine cabinet had an outlet in it. All right, we easily can roll right into the bedroom as well. Queen size bed. This is a sleep number bed and it has dual controls. So one remote, but it's got a dual setting on it so you can control left side, right side, and that is a sleep number, so that's nice. Okay, drawers galore in here. There is some storage under the bed as well, and a huge shelved closet here right next to the sliding wardrobe closet. There are outlets on both sides of the bed. The controls for the window shades in the bedroom area are up under the head of the bed there, so you can reach them while you're laying in bed. Turn a light on back here and I'll get out of the way. There's a wall safe in there as well. All right, I think you're getting the idea of this coach. There's many options with it as well. If you have a special need, something that isn't quite set up right for you, we can order this the way you want it. Like I said, this particular coach will be available in the fall of 16 for sale. It is not yet. So we just wanted to get a great video of it. And like I said, this is a big boy diesel. This is air ride. Air suspension. It's a rear engine pusher, obviously, so it's going to be very quiet going down the road. It's 400 horsepower, 1,250 foot-pounds of torque. It's all electric, no propane system at all. And your heating, let's talk about that real quick. I told you I'd get back to it. Don't want to forget. This is a hydronic heating system. Hydronic heating system heats the coach by circulating a glycol throughout the coach. There's a little green box on the outside that you saw. Can look at that like a little boiler room. That's your little boiler, and that can heat that fluid by either heating it with diesel fuel or electric if you're plugged into a 50 amp service. So it heats the fluid, and then that fluid gets circulated around throughout the coach. And there's little heat exchangers. You don't really notice them, but they are located. Let's find one. Here's one right down here. Behind that panel right there, that's a heat exchanger. Looks like a little baby radiator or a heater core if you're a gearhead like me. And it's got little fans on the back of it, and that hot glycol circulates through there. The little fans blow it off and we get a nice, quiet, efficient form of heat, not using any propane. The other thing it does is it heats your water on demand. So when you're running this coach, you can put a load of laundry in on hot and go jump in the shower and take a 20-25 minute shower if you want to. You're going to have hot water through the whole thing. So unlimited hot water and nice efficient heat without using a propane furnace, which nothing wrong with propane furnaces, but they are a little noisier and they're not very efficient. They use a lot of propane. This runs off either electric when you're on a 50 amp service or diesel fuel. In addition, you've got heat pumps that'll help heat the coach. You've also got the fireplace, which will help heat the coach. You can get nice and toasty in here in even the worst of weather. That's about it. I'm out of time. My cameraman's giving me the hook here, so I hope that you've learned a lot about this coach. I know you'll have questions. Do not hesitate to give me a call. My name is Chris Anderson. I'm with Mount Comfort RV. Thank you for your time. That's ambience there. Got some ambience.